Hello, my name is Kylie Kolness, and I am going to explain my game, Real Life Ratios. It fits into a sixth grade math standard that is about understanding and using ratios and proportional reasoning. The goal of the game is to reinforce ratio concepts by completing real life challenges in a race to the finish line. My justification for the standard is that this game corresponds with the standard in an interactive way that can help deepen the learner's understanding of ratios and proportional relationships. The game gives the learners challenges related to real-world scenarios. They have to find the missing part and figure out the answer to help them understand unit rates. They can problem solve and find equivalent ratios, which helps them become more fluent in solving ratios and proportional reasonings. My first student was my own child. He's in fifth grade and does well in math. I used him to make sure I got all the glitches out before presenting it to the learner that I work with and had in mind. I also thought it was fun to see if he could catch on to the concept without any real lesson. We started at easy and went to hard. The easy was a great way for him to see what the concept was, and he caught on fast. He's competitive, so any type of game is always fun. The medium level is where I thought he needed to be in the game. Student two was the student that I had in mind when I came up with this game. I've worked with him for 2 years now, so we do have a pretty good relationship. He has ADHD and autism. He's a smart boy. He just lacks confidence because it can take him longer than his peers to get to an answer. Games are always a great way to get in that extra practice with some less pressure. I told him about the game and we played it the next day during his win time. Win stands for what I need. So it was a great time to work on some math skills when he was caught up in his other homework. We started with the easy cards to see where he was at and to help him gain some confidence. Medium was a perfect balance for him at this point. I didn't introduce the hard cards as there were some in the medium pile that were challenging enough for now. Hopefully we can introduce those within the next couple months or at some point within the year. How the game works. Each team or person will be given 2 tokens. Each team or person can use their own level of easy, medium, or hard cards wherever they are at. We work in small groups of 3, so you can have 4 teams of 3 or 4 people, individual people playing. Each team or person will solve the ratio problem to advance a spot on the game board. Another player from a different team will draw the card for another player. Check if they get the answer right or if they need a hint. On the card is the question, a hint in the answer. So by having somebody else that is playing the game draw for somebody else, we'll just kind of eliminate the cheating. If a team has trouble, they can ask for a hint, but they have to give up a token. If it is answered correctly, they will move ahead 1 spot. If they can't answer the question correctly, they do not advance. The first team to the finish line wins, or who has the most tokens left if everyone gets there on their last turn. I only use pictures of my child because my other student pictures just don't go over very well. So here is a picture of my board. We have 6 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then finish. Here we are. We were onto the medium deck. We have 2 tokens, which I just used pennies, and I used our characters from my Monopoly Junior game. We were starting to play. This one, we were tied up. He has used 1 token for a hint, but got it right after he was given the hint. Game over, we both made it to the finish, but he used 1 token while I didn't use any, so then that means I would win. A reflection. I thought overall the game went well. I did change a couple of things when I played with my son that seemed to work better with my before I would have given it to my other student. I added in that everyone can play at a different level of cards, kind of some personalized learning. If you're easy and I'm hard, that's okay. You draw easy cards, I'll draw the hard cards. This makes it more fair and can be played with more people together. I added in the teams to incorporate it into a classroom setting to involve more learners. I also changed that another player will draw the card that has the hint and answer on it. This makes it work better, so no cheating. So cheating is out of the equation. Overall, it went smoothly. With my second student, a couple of times he did get frustrated when he couldn't get the answer, but the tokens worked to help him solve it with a hint and still finish the problem out and get an answer on his own. Some of my card examples. For example, here's easy. If a smoothie recipe calls for 2 bananas and 1 cup of yogurt, how many cups of yogurt are needed for 4 bananas? The answer is 2 cups of yogurt. But for my hint, I put 4 divided by 2 equals 2. I didn't want to label 4 bananas divided by 2 bananas because otherwise I feel like that makes it too easy. I want them to be able to figure out where those numbers came from to figure it out. In my references, these were mainly so I could figure out more word problems for all the cards as I just ran out of brain activity. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day.